Good day to you. Today's video is for all those weekend warriors that are out there like me who are trying to get a project done in a weekend. Just showing you what can happen when you're going along the way. Hopefully we're not going to have to do too much drywall repair. It's typical plumbing. When you go to replace something, everything needs to be replaced. Uh-oh, got to rebuild the entire room, not to mention the floor. Just a little bit of background on today's project. We are going to replace this vanity that you see in the background. Actually, this is the new vanity. So we wanted just to replace this vanity that was in the bathroom. It was one of those old style, and it had gotten wet a couple of times. You know how that is when something's leaking under the sink and then it starts getting that particle board wet, and you know what that smells like? It smells like an old trailer. We don't want that in our house, so let's get rid of that vanity, put something fresh and new and nice in. The old vanity had like a classic marble top on, and we'd put a few different faucets on it over the years, but it was just ready to be replaced. So when we went to replace it, we're going to show you in today's video what can happen when you do just a simple project. We're going to just do something real quick, and then what can happen along the way. So let's roll that video. So today's project, we're going to be taking out this old, outdated vanity. We're going to be putting in a more modern vanity. We got it from Lowe's. They're having their winter sale right now. And so the unit was $549. We got it on sale for $249. The other thing that'll be nice about this vanity, the new one is a full height, 34 inches, whereas this one's only 32 inches. Has the top, this marble, has worked well for us for many years. Hopefully we're not going to have to do too much drywall repair since the next one is a little bit taller, but we'll see how that goes. Of course, typical plumbing. I'm going to be replacing these valves, and we have a new faucet coming as well, even though this one is in pretty good shape, but we'll replace it. Something a little more modern. Black is the one that we went with. Okay, typical plumbing. When you go to replace something, everything needs to be replaced. I was just going to put this new valve in replacement of this other one. Of course, the threads are different because this is from 1800s. So we had to cut that pipe off. And then we're going to go ahead and put this whole new assembly on to that pipe. While we had it apart, might as well put a new escutcheon in there, at least paint it, clean it up or something, because, you know, these get all rusty from being in there for 40 years. We've got updates. Of course, the new vanity, smaller than the old vanity, so we threw some texture in there to match this texture. Thankfully, the same Portuguese put this texture in that put that texture in, so we should be fine there. Then we noticed this huge hole around here, right? Goodness, gotta clean that up. Fix those down there, and we had to trim a little off the base cabinet in order to fit it in there. This is typical, right? You think, hey, we'll just throw this new vanity in here, take us 5 minutes, everything will be great. Turns out to be a big project because now, guess what? Don't have this paint color anymore. So we're going to have to get a new paint color. Went to get that, and we're going to be repainting this entire room now. So, you know, let's just put a vanity in real quick. And then, got to rebuild the entire room. Not to mention the floor. Right? Had to true that up. And now the old linoleum doesn't go in there farther. We're going to have to do something about that. But the nice thing is this whole room is getting a little mini makeover because we're putting a vanity in. The faucets should be in today. We ordered those on the Jungle website. I think we paid like $60. They're black. Guess what though? Change the color here. Whoops. Had to paint that. And a few other items around here that I don't remember. But hey, we're making progress. No problem. We're getting there. So what was the final result after all of that? Well, we got the new vanity in. And while we were at it, we had to do some drywall repair. And while we were at it, we had to repaint the bathroom. And while we were at it, the bathroom got a small makeover. So in the end, it was worth it. But again, this can happen to you when you're trying to get something done and suddenly it turns into a big project. You can see we've got the newer style, modern faucet that goes with this black hardware that's on the Vanity, which looks really sharp. And when you're doing that, had to repaint this up here just so that matches. And while you're doing that, we'll swing you around over here. Had to get something that matches here. And of course our towel rack now didn't match. Got to fix that. We have recessed lighting in there for the shower. This is one of those classic old homes that have the story and a half. So it's nice with this recessed light. Gives you a little more light in the shower. Makes it feel bigger. So we are happy with that. And our new wall color. Before we had two-tone. We had green on the walls and white on the ceiling. We're going to be repainting this entire room now. But this kind of is the new modern look. Everything the same color. We kept the white door trim because we like that. And white trim on the baseboard as well. And our new Vanity, which is that same white color with black accessories, black faucet. A couple of things we really like about this Vanity is it has the soft closed doors, which are really nice. So far it's held up really well. Got all our goodies in here. And smells fresh and new too, and that is exciting. We love that. So what's the moral of the story? Sometimes when you start a weekend project, it goes into maybe a week, week and a half, 2 weeks, but just keep working on it. That's our recommendation for you. If you get in a little over your head, do your research and just devote an hour a day to the project. What's that do is it just keeps moving it ahead. So instead of becoming stagnant and it's something that's bothering you, you haven't been able to finish it, you just do a little at a time. Pretty soon you're all done. So that's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching.